So, you just turned 18 years old and you're looking to buy your first ever car. I remember when I first did that, bought my first car. Wow, it was so much fun. Not really. At least the buying process was not fun. But having my first car was amazing. And if you're not 18, you're a little bit older or a lot older or even younger, like 16 years old, this video will definitely work for you. I'm gonna bring to you the two best ways to buy your first car. Well, really, they're only the two only ways. One is going to be the dealership, which in my opinion, that is going to be the best way if you don't know what you're doing and you don't really have a lot of money to go out and buy a car fully up front. So with that, when you go to a dealership, I know are gonna be, it's crazy, it's scary for one, it's super scary. You're gonna have the salesperson come up to you, be super pushy, try to get you to buy this, all this one car or whatever, and try to make a bunch of money off you. I get that. But the best information I can bring to you with the dealership is to have confidence in yourself and do research beforehand. I'm not talking about hours and hours and hours. I'm talking about just getting the baseline price of what they should be for the mileage you're looking at and what condition they should be for what it is. And if you don't know what kind of car you want, you can figure that out. I would personally figure that out before you go to the dealership, because if you don't know what kind of car you want, it's going to make it so much longer. They're going to push you around to different cars and try to force you into a car you probably don't even want, and you don't want that. So what I would suggest is you go online and look for the car you want. Once you find the car you want, go look for a dealership that has that car. Do your research on how much that car should cost, what you should be getting the car at for that mileage. Just get all of that information so when you go into that dealership, you already know what to expect and what kind of price to expect from that car, so they are not gypping you out of money, because that's what dealerships are trying to do, is they're trying to get the most profit for their cars. So if you want the best deal, you got to figure out the best price beforehand. And if you do that, it'll make things go a lot smoother, and the salespeople will have to take you seriously because you know what you're talking about. Once you do that, it's really just smooth going, doing the paperwork, and figuring out the best price. And when it comes to negotiation with the salesperson, be strong. Like I said, if you did your research and you know what you should be getting for it, stick close to that. If they aim really high, trust me, they will come down, especially if you hold your ground. But you gotta hold ground with the knowledge that you created beforehand. If you don't know what you're doing before you get in there, they'll just push you around. They will control you. They'll make you pay more than what you should have, which of course you don't want that. You want the best deal. So going back through it. So for the dealership, like I said, it's going to be have confidence, do research on that car first. Make sure you find what car you want before you go to the dealership, and know your credit. If you know the car, your credit, and its value, you won't have any problems. And then for the second is going to be buying private party, which is buying from someone like a civilian, cash, or going through a bank, getting a loan, and then paying that civilian that cash. That's another way to do it. That's what I mainly did and do for my cars. It's a lot easier for me because I have lots of cash that I can use to go buy them, and I can get better deals that way, because cash talks, of course. So that being said, private party is another way you can do it. If you have enough money saved up and you're looking for a lower level car, like say between $4,000 and $8,000, I would go that route. But when you go that route, the cars are going to have more mileage. They're going to be a little bit more beat up. You might have some things you need to fix. And if you're looking to do that, you're not going to have those pre-inspections, maybe even warranties they can get from the dealership or anything like that. So the risk is going to be a little bit higher, but the value at which you can get the car would be lower. The best way to go throughout buying your first car is figuring out what car you want first. Just search around, look around, see what kind of cars your friends are driving, your parents' friends are driving, or your parents driving. That is the #1 tip that I have for you, is to find your first car that you want. And it's going to take some research and some shifting around on what you want. And once you find what you want, you do research on what you can get for that car, like specific mileage and specific price, everything will go so much smoother. KBB Kelley Blue Book is a very, very good website to use. I use them for everything. I use them for finding values on cars, conditions, even cars they have for sale. They have like cars for sale around the United States. Use them as a resource. So with that, if you have any other questions or anything, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you with that. And I know that this was kind of short and whatnot and kind of brief, but those are the main things you need to do before you walk into that dealership. Like I said, my name is Mitch, aka Why Not. See that button down there? Please do subscribe. This channel is growing. I'm going to be coming out with better content and all this stuff, and I need you guys to comment what else you want to know. I've got a lot of stuff up here that I'm going to be posting for you guys, and the videos are going to get better. Let me know. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.